Hey guys again, and welcome back to another video. And last time I talked about the lore of Among Us, and well, I had fun doing that, so I decided I'm gonna do another video on the possible roles for Among Us. Now, Among Us 2 got canceled. Yeah, well, it got canceled so they can better develop Among Us 1, which I'm actually glad for. That's the right decision to make. But I think when at the end of the message they said they're expecting more stuff, and one thing that they said Among Us 2 would have was roles for each people, the crewmates, the imposters, whatever. So I was like, well, the probably still gonna have roles since they said that's not it after like they had a new map and they fixed the game servers and whatnot. So I came up with a couple. I didn't. I also got ideas from other YouTube videos. Like one was like some guy named Jack Ben C or something. I'll link his video down because he did a lot like a really better job than I did in terms of Among Us stuff and roles. But like some ideas carried over into mine, like some of his ideas carried over into my list. But most ideas on here are my own, something I thought about. And yeah, it's something I actually want to real quick point out. So yeah, let's get into it. So the first part of this video are the crewmates. Now, the crewmates I thought of like 4 different roles for if they ever get added. I'm gonna start off with the first one I ever thought of, and I told my friends this. They like kind of helped me out on putting it down and whatnot. But the first role is called the sheriff. The sheriff is pretty much you spawn in as a sheriff. There's only one per round, and the sheriff gets 1 bullet per match. During the entire game, he only has 1 bullet, and he can fire and kill anybody he thinks is the imposter. And the range is as long as the imposter's kill range is as well. The kill animation, though, appears like an imposter kill animation. So even if the sheriff killed an innocent, the innocent won't even know that that's the sheriff. They'll think that's the imposter too. On the outside, it will also appear as another kill animation. It will just appear as the regular neck snap, and it will just appear as a regular body. So if the sheriff's not careful, he could get actually kicked out for being the imposter. And that's also something that the imposters can do. They can say, "Oh, I'm the sheriff. I just killed him real quick, so because I thought he was the imposter." Like, that's actually a really good idea. So people can fake this role, but also, have the role screw them over in the end. And I think that's enough things about it to make it not overpowered. Like, only has 1 chance at a bullet. So, like, for example, there's 3 people left and a sheriff is still alive. Then that would be pretty good for the crewmates because, all they have to do is get that last imposter out, and if they mess up, they can real quick kill him. So yeah, that works out. But anyway, that's my idea for the first role, the sheriff. Now let's move on to the next one. The second role I thought of is called the vent sealer. The vent sealer, basically, he can seal 3 imposter vents per round. So like before a meeting and whatnot. He can seal up to 3. It takes 5 seconds to seal a vent, and he has to get near them to seal, every vent. And it lasts until the next meeting. After the next meeting is over, then he gets all 3 of his chances back, and the vents that once were sealed become unsealed again. So it's pretty much, if you're in, say, electrical, you can real quick block out that vent, but it takes 5 seconds, so there may be an imposter inside that vent that can kill you real quick. But yeah, that's my idea for one. That's like a, kind of a short one. And yeah, on to the next one. The third role for the crewmates I thought of was, well, not what I thought of, but I see this in a bunch of videos and stuff like that. Again, I'll link one in the description because they kind of did did, I think. I don't think I did exactly how they did, but like, because I thought of this idea too, but like, I'll link their video too, so you can see in comparison. But yeah, so the third role is called the Doctor. The Doctor is a crewmate who, when killed, sends out a flat line around the ship, and it lasts for about 10 seconds. And everybody on the ship can hear it. So, for example, if you left electrical and there was a person in there and all of a sudden it starts flatlining, then you better check electrical because it may be the body in there. And yeah, after 10 seconds it stops. It's not like ear piercing, like loud flatline, but it's relatively loud, so you can know that, hey, somebody just killed this guy. We have to go save him. So yeah, that's the third idea. Let's move on to the last crewmate role idea I had. The last crewmate role that I thought of was the Swayer. The Swayer can secretly block out one vote that happens in a meeting, but it can only block it out if it could actually change the outcome of the meeting. So for example, let's say it was 3-3, it was a tie, but he can block out a vote to get the actual imposter out because, maybe the imposter swayed one person. And it could also work for, say like it's the last few people and you real quick, and I'm not sure, like 4 people left and 2 vote for the imposter, 2 vote for a crewmate, because the imposter actually got to some way to, not vote for themselves and whatnot. Anyway, yeah, you can secretly block that vote and make sure they get out. But it can only happen if, well, it actually would change the outcome. If it didn't change the outcome at all, it just doesn't appear. And it actually does help out sometimes because you can find out that, hey, there's a Swayer guy still here. We better watch out. So yeah, that's gonna be the last one for the crewmates. Now we're gonna move on to the imposters. The first imposter role that I personally thought of for a while for some reason was actually the disguiser. The disguiser changes to the color and outfit of whoever they killed, and they stay like that for up to 20 seconds. They also like start blinking at the last 5 seconds, so they know, hey, we have to hide. I have to hide real quick so I don't turn back into my regular costume in front of everybody. But yeah, this role could be really useful because you could honestly do some really good tricks with it. For example, say you're in say again a guy's waiting outside of electrical for his friend, and you pop out of the vent in electrical, kill them, and then you take on their outfit and whatnot. You can exit out of electrical, make it think that, hey, you made it out safely, but really he's just dead still on the ground in electrical. They also automatically turn back into their regular costume when a meeting or body is found. So yeah, they just change back automatically. And then it makes you also suspicious because you could say that, oh, purple killed them, but really purple is dead and you were yellow, and you can instantly get them out for that. But yeah, that's a really good ability that could be used well if they put in the game. But yeah, that's my idea for the first one. Now on to the second one. So the second idea I had was the tracker. The tracker can put a tracker on anybody he chooses during that, after the meeting and whatnot. He can put a tracker on them, and he can see on the map if they appear as like a little dot, and they can see it as long as it can go. Like, say you're on the left side of Polis and they're all the way at decontamination on Polis, you can still see the dot moving, and it only disappears once they die. So you can tell, oh, hey, look, they died. Neat. It may also stay still too. It's a dot that just stops blinking and it stays still. So hey, maybe I should go there and report the body, or hey, maybe I should avoid that area so I don't get sussed out. So yeah, it also lasts until a meeting is called. And then after that, you have to place the tracker on another person or the same person again. So yeah, that's a neat little thing right there. Anyway, on to the third and last imposter role I thought of. So the last imposter role that I kind of thought of is called the muter. The muter can keep one crewmate or even imposter from typing in a meeting. It also appears on the screen as like a big word saying you are muted, so people can't go into the Discord and, blur it out. And yeah, it stops them from speaking or even typing. It also only lasts until the meeting's over, in which case you may get suspected for, being the imposter or even a crewmate. You can also mute your own imposters too. So you can kind of like say, oh, I got muted by the muter on the imposters team, that's why. But really it's your other imposter and you're just trying to help out or something. Or even get them out so you can throw suspicions off. But anyway, that's it for the imposters roles. Now, I'm gonna make things interesting. I thought of some neutral roles, for example, like if they add more than games of up to 15, these neutral roles only spawn with when there's 10 or more people. But yeah, so I'm going to tell you about the two neutral roles that I thought of right now. So the first neutral role that we have is called the Trickster. The Trickster, under like at all costs, will try to get himself voted out no matter what. He'll like stand on the top of a body. He'll try to get somebody out. He'll like try. Yeah, he's basically the jester from Mafia. He's basically just trying to get eliminated as fast as possible. And if he does get eliminated, he gives all the crewmates, every single one that's still alive, another task. And it could be a random one. It could be a common task, a short task, a long task. But he gives them another task. Which means if the Trickster got out when there was 5 people left and they only have one task, then he would give them all another task and the game would keep going. I mean, not too long, but still, that's his goal, trying to get out. So yeah, he doesn't necessarily ever win because the goal, like he'll appear as a victory screen, sure, but if he never gets out and the crewmates win the match, then it appears as if he lost. So yeah, that's the first neutral role that I thought of. Now on to the second one. The second one is called the Faker. The Faker acts as a fake imposter and wins if the imposters win. He can also be killed by the imposters, which means that, don't like trust some of the imposters sometimes, because the thing is, the Faker knows who the imposters are, but the imposters don't know who he is. So he could be following the imposters and all of a sudden, boom, his neck gets snapped. But really, they just killed their own teammate. And the Faker, like, again, he acts as another imposter. And that's why he only spawns when there's like 10 or more people, because that would be kind of too overpowered. There was like, 5 people or 4 people or whatever. Like, those short games that people have. So yeah, that's the last role that I thought of. I thought I made this video because, the last one I enjoyed doing the lore of Among Us. And yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you want to. Hit the like button if you want to. You don't have to, but yeah. Anyway, until next time. Bye.